morning. Thanks for coming to Caesar's Drag Storytime. I'm Maddie from the Continuing Education Students Association of Ryerson. We always begin with a land acknowledgement to recognize the land that we're on and the first peoples it belongs to. We can never work to end systemic and institutional violence if we do not center the narratives of Indigenous peoples in our collective decision-making for social justice and equity. As settlers in Turtle Island, we directly benefit from the colonization and genocide of the Indigenous people of this land. In order to engage in resistance and solidarity against the injustices inflicted on the Indigenous people, it is imperative that we constantly engage in acts of decolonization. Toronto is in the Dish with One Spoon territory. The Dish with One Spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. You can learn more about Indigenous worldviews on connection within the current social climate of COVID, Black Lives Matter, and Pride at our free guest lecture on Friday at 1 p.m. with our instructor from the Chang School Certificate in Aboriginal Knowledges and Experiences, Lee Simpson. And now we have our drag story time, and I'll turn it over to our friends, Captain and Zachy. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be here. And I know that Captain is excited to be here too. They were having a little technical difficulty, so they will be right back. But while they are just getting connected, I'd like to introduce you to a very special guest that we have with us today. If I can find them. Cleo! Cleo! Get over here. Where are you? I don't know where they get up to. I don't know. They like to play hide and seek. Cleo, the show is about to start. I'm coming. Cleo, come on. Oh, hi. There you are. Where were you?
Oh, I was just I was making my bed.
You were making your bed.
Yes, because I like to have a clean bed to get into at night.
That's a very good of you.
I think I see Captain. Is Captain ready?
I don't know. I think Captain is ready.
Should we introduce Captain?
I think we should. Yes.
Okay, you do it.
Okay. Captain is a colorful, queer, and non-binary dandelion whose love of words and wit knows no bounds. As a gender-queer performer, Captain sings and makes spectacles on stages and screens, on board as a genderqueer buccaneer with children's theater at Pirate Life Toronto.
Pirate Life?
Yeah, Captain's a pirate. And on shore as a member of the Drag House's Rebel Gen and boat of Empire's Ball Acclaim, past and upcoming. Hop on board and join your humble captain as their quest for heart-filled adventures continues.
That sounds really exciting.
Yes, it does. And right now, we're going to pass it off to Captain.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for that intro, Zachy. It's so good to see you here this morning. I'm going to introduce Zachy with all of his bravado as well when we get into that. Is that okay?
Oh,
all
yeah.
Right. Great. So this morning we're going to start off with some stories and some fun times. I woke up really early this morning because I was really excited for Dragon Story Time. Oh, Drag Story Time. Oh, it's Drag Story Time. Oh, well, I mean, all of my stories and stuff have dragons in it. Is that going to be okay? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. And because like when I was a little queer kid, I was really into all sorts of mythology and learning about different cultures of the world. So I was hoping to bring along a bit of a story from Myths and Legends of the World, The Crystal Pool, collected by Geraldine McCaughrean and illustrated by B. Wiley, like B like the little buzzy bee. So this particular story has a very important dragon in it. And this is a legend from Iceland, which is called A Question of Aerith Magic. And if you can see, this is going to be a very special story about a very special boat and the people that ride around it. If all the villains in the world were wise, but many of the wickedest people are dangerously clever, and most cunning of all are the Tryggvason was not merely a king, he was a scholar. He could read, write, and add up, sometimes even do all three things at once. The warriors who manned the oars of his ship were strong and fearless, loyal and handsome men like Thorgir the Bold. But they held the king in awe and admiration because he was a scholar and a thinking kind of man. Sailing one day through the dank Icelandic mists of winter, King Olaf commanded his navigator to steer close to the cliffs. If we keep land within sight, he said, we cannot lose our way in this infernal fog. So, carefully, gingerly, the dragon-powered ship moved along the rocky coastline. Close enough to see inshore, to see the gannets and cormorants riding on the updraft, close enough to see seals sleeping in the coves, sea pinks growing in the rocky crevices. They sailed so close, they even caught sight of an old man balanced precariously on a narrow shelf of rock halfway up the cliffs. The king hailed him through cupped hands. "Alloo! Are you stranded?" he called. "Do you need help?" "Not at all," the old man called back in a voice clear and strong. "Greetings, King Olaf Tryggvason. Hail and all hail." Something about the voice made Thorgir miss an oar stroke. "What's your name? Where do you live?" called the king, for it was a wild, inhospitable coast, with not a house in sight. "I live on this cliff, of course and all my fighting men." King Olaf was intrigued. He knew nothing of any warlord living in this part of his kingdom, nor of any army, although he made it his business to know such things. "And how many men do you command, sir?" And the old man began to chant. 12 ships have I, with oaken keels. In every boat there rides 12 crew. Each rower kills a dozen seals to make our daily meal of stew, and cuts each skin in 12, and then each strip is cut in 12 again. Each portion cut must serve 10 men. How many are my followers then? The king laughed and clapped his hands. A riddle that was nothing he liked better. Calling for paper, he began to work the problem out. 12 ships, and each one has 12. That's 144 rowers. The king sucked the feather of his pen and frowned as he struggled with the mathematics. Thorgir, meantime, noticed a certain side-slipping motion of the ship. The birds on the cliff seemed bigger than before. 144 rowers kills 12 seals each. That's 1728. The king's quill scratched busily. Thorgir, meantime, stood up to get a proper look at the old man on the cliff. He seemed to be chanting under his breath. More poetry, perhaps? Or then again, perhaps not. 1,728 sealskins, all cut into 12, mused the king. That's 4, carry 1, 8, 1, carry 1. By the gods, this man has a bigger army than I do. Thorgir, meantime, felt a faint grating on the ship's hull. It was being pulled steadily inshore, closer and closer to the snarling rocks. As a whirlpool sucks ships into its swilly mouth, the old man's chanting was dragging the king's ship to its destruction. Your Majesty, he began. Don't interrupt. I'm multiplying, muttered King Olaf, and went on counting imaginary strips of sealskin. The old man was clearly visible now, much closer than before. Thorgir could see how his yellow eyes glinted and his snaggled teeth were bared in an evil grin. The oarsman pulled his oar out of the rowlock, but it was too short for the job. He cut through the sheets of the mainsail and heaved the mast back and pulled it out of its socket in the deck. Resting it on the ship's rail, he put his chest against its end and prepared for a jarring shock. And if each portion feeds 10 men, muttered the king. I think, master, this old man, grunted Thorgir, struggling with the weight of the mast. You'll make me lose my place, said the king, bending over his thumbs. Then the tip of the mast struck the ship, struck the cliff with such a force which broke 3 of Thorgir's ribs. Oh, still he strained to hold the ship away from the cliff, which would rip out the side. The old man was on the cliff, seeing Thorgir's efforts, scowled at him, and chanted faster and louder, a magic chant, a troll chant to wreck the king of Iceland. He cursed Thorgir with all the black arts of trolldom. The magic dragged on the ship as though the very cliff were a magnet, and the ship a 2-penny piece of iron. Thorgir felt his breastbone bend, his heart falter within him. But still, he held the ship off the cliff. So, I make that 51,800 said King Olaf Tryggvason, but his answer was never finished. With a noise like lightning strike, the mast snapped as with one final mighty effort, Thorgir levered the dragon-powered ship out into deeper water. The great jerking thrust was enough to break the power of the old man's magic. He had to watch his prize escape him, pitching and rolling out of harm's way. The king lost his footing and fell back on the deck, ink spilling over the workings of his thumb. Looking up, he was in time to see the old man on the cliff change back into his rightful shape. 3 coils of a hideous nose and a face like moldy cheese. By the gods, it was a troll, he cried. Did you see that, Thorgir? It was a troll trying to lure us onto the rocks. Thorgir said nothing, but lay in the bottom of the boat, content to have saved the king and his comrades from a miserable death on the rocks. It is a wonderful thing, he consoled himself, to have a scholar for a king. But a bit of common sense doesn't go amiss either. So that is our first story today. And the King of Iceland was pretty lucky that he had some very sensible people on that dragon-powered ship. And one of my favorite, most sensible people is going to bring you our next story. So I'm going to introduce you've already seen him and Cleo, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction just so you know who you're dealing with. Zachy Lime, aka your zesty bestie, is a drag king and producer invested in creating space for Toronto's king community. In August 2018, Zachy started House of Kings, a twice-monthly drag king event to create more opportunity for Toronto kings and gender performers through open stages and booked shows. He now co-produces House of Kings with Alexander Brandy and Manny Dingo and hosts Drag King Brunch at Glad Day Bookshop. Zachy is also a part of Rebel Gen, the winning house of Empire's Ball 2019. We were in that together. And as an actor and veteran ventriloquist, Zachy incorporates puppets and high-energy theatrics into his drag. Get all the juice on Zachy on Facebook or Instagram at Zachy.lime/ that's Key Lime King TO. And I would like to welcome back to your screens Zachy Lime and Cleo.
Hi! That was really long.
That was really long. We don't need to hear all of that.
No, we just want to read books.
Yeah, we just want to read books because today it's all about the books and all about the stories.
I love stories.
Me too. Do you write your own stories, Cleo?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I write my own stories.
That's something that you can do at home too. If you have any story ideas, fun, creative ideas, you can always write your own book.
Yeah, that's really cool. But then you have to know how to write.
Do you not know how to write?
Well, I only have 4 fingers.
That's true. You do only have 4 fingers.
How can I hold a pencil?
I don't know.
But Zachy,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to read me a book.
Well, I'm actually going to read everyone here a book.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So should I go sit over there?
Yes, the only way that I can read this book is if you go sit over there and you watch me.
Why is that?
I get a little nervous when people sit too close to me when I'm reading books. So
I'll just go sit over there?
mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm just gonna, it's very comfortable.
It is comfortable. I made it very comfy for you. There's pillows and stuff.
What book is this?
Well, this book is called, I don't have the screen reversed, but we're just going to be looking at the pictures. This book is called Jack, Not Jackie.
Oh, that's really cool.
It is cool.
Look at those stars. Even this page is good.
We haven't even started the book yet, Cleo.
I know. Oh, wow, look at that.
Looks like mud. Okay, are you ready?
Is everyone else ready?
Is everyone ready? Okay, we're going to start. I'm just going to move my chair a bit back. Okay. My sister Jackie has the best giggle. When she stares at me with her big round eyes, my heart feels bubbly.
Oh, look at those cute eyes. Yeah, they are really big and round. Wow, look at those pupils.
Those pupils are big. Oh, baby Jackie, I whisper, when you get bigger, we'll play in my tent. We'll twirl like forest fairies and we'll be explorers together.
Oh, is that Jackie's sister?
Mm-hmm. Look, they have these cute fairy skirts on.
Oh, look at that tent. I want to go camping, Zachy.
You want to go camping?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday soon we can go camping.
Okay.
Jackie sleeps. Jackie eats.
Me too.
Jackie burps and hiccups.
So do I.
Yes, we all do these things. Sometimes Mama lets me hold her.
Oh, look, there's a mess on Jackie's face. It's all green. I wonder what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Jackie's burping.
Mm-hmm. My sister giggles just for me.
Really? Just for the sister? I don't know about that.
I'm sure Jackie giggles other times as well, but I'm sure that the sister makes her laugh a lot. Jackie crawls everywhere. I say, let's be kitty cats. Meow, meow, meow. Woof, 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 says Jackie. I love that giggle.
Oh, they're playing. Zachy, look. It's a unicorn.
Oh my goodness. That is like a unicorn horse on a stick.
That looks like so much fun.
It does. Every day we play peekaboo. Boo, 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 says Jackie. One day she says Susu.
Susu? What does that mean?
Let's find out. Mama, Daddy, I shout. Jackie said my name. My name is really Susan, but now I like Susu too.
So it's like a nickname.
Yes, exactly, like a nickname.
Like when you call me Clee.
Yeah, sometimes I call you Clee.
Instead of Cleo.
Exactly. As soon as Jackie can walk, she runs.
Wow, she's really talented at walking.
Don't fall, Jackie. Good thing she loves her dinosaur Band-Aids.
Oh, dinosaur Band-Aids. That's kind of like dragons, right? Like what Captain was doing?
Not really. Dragons and dinosaurs are a little different, Clee.
Oh.
My sister Jackie also loves the mud. Mud puddles, mud pies, mud, mud, mud. Ick.
That looks like so much fun. Look, they're splashing around in the mud. Ugh, I just want it to rain, Zachy. I just want to go camping and I want to splash around in the mud. Look how much fun it looks like.
It also looks very dirty.
But getting dirty in mud can be fun.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Jackie, let's be forest fairies, I say, putting ribbons in her hair. Ew, she pulls them out. Never mind, we can be explorers then.
Oh, look, the sister is sad because Jackie doesn't want to play as a forest fairy.
But they can do other things together.
That's true.
Jackie puts on her cape. She wears that silly cape everywhere.
Oh, that looks like a cool cape.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
look at the map. That's like a treasure map. Maybe Captain knows where the treasure is.
Captain is a pirate, so they probably do. Explorers don't wear capes, I tell her.
What?
So what? I can fly. I can buzz. I am a superbug. She jumps off the bed and whooshes away.
Oh, Jackie's pretending to be a bug.
Yeah, I guess so. For Jackie's birthday, Mama buys her a dress, but Jackie throws it on the floor and cries.
Oh, no.
Daddy says, rubbing his chin. Someone does not like her new dress.
So Jackie is not grateful for the dress?
I think Jackie would prefer a different piece of clothing than a dress. That's okay. She can wear whatever feels right, says Mama.
Oh, look how cute Jackie looks.
Jackie puts on Daddy's hat and his vest. She rubs her chin and says, just like Daddy, I say, only smaller. Jackie giggles.
Oh, Jackie looks so happy and so cute in the hat and in the vest.
Yeah, it seems like these clothes are what's making Jackie feel very happy.
Mm-hmm.
When we go shopping for clothes, Jackie runs to the boys section. No, not there, Jackie, I shout, over here. But Jackie picks out shorts and a shirt and a baseball cap and a tie.
Oh, Jackie knows exactly what she wants to wear.
Yes. No ties, I say, snatching it away from her. Jackie grabs it back. Mine! But ties are for boys. We wear what feels right, says Mama.
Oh, I really like the mom a lot. This mom knows what's going on.
Yes. We wear what feels right, says Mama. Remember? But it's wrong, I say. Not wrong, Susu, says Mama. Just different.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. It's not wrong. It's just different, Susu.
Exactly. Jackie wears her new baseball cap to the park. While I swing on the monkey bars, Jackie plays with a boy in the sandbox. Together, they push little cars over bumpy roads. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Look at the little kid on the slide. I can't tell if that little kid is having a good time or a bad time.
Me neither.
And then there's Susu on the monkey bars.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Jackie in the sandbox with her friend, and then someone on a swing.
You are very good at observing things, Cleo.
I know.
Time to go, calls Daddy. Bye, Roy, says Jackie, waving to her friend. Bye, Jack, calls the boy. Jack, I ask, but your name is... No, no, Jackie yells, then covers her ears and sticks her tongue out at me.
So Jackie told that friend in the sandbox that her name is Jack?
Mm-hmm.
But then Susu doesn't want to call Jackie Jack?
I don't know. Let's find out. We all walk slowly. Daddy, Jackie, Mama, and me. Nobody says anything at all on the way home.
Uh-oh. It feels like it's a little awkward.
Yeah, it looks a little awkward.
Hey, look, it looks like they're all social distancing.
It's true. They all look like they are 6 feet apart. Maybe 2 feet apart.
Yeah.
On haircut day, I go first. Not too much, Mama. I like it swingy.
That's Susu, right?
Yeah, Susu, not Jack. But Jackie says, more. So Mama cuts and cuts. Stop, Mama, stop, I shout. Now Jackie looks like a boy. Jackie says, I am a boy. Mama is quiet. She finally says, Well, Jackie's been trying to tell us that for a long time.
So Susu didn't want Jack to cut their hair really short because then Jack would look like a boy. But that's exactly what Jack wants to look like.
Exactly.
I really like this mom.
This mom is great. Jackie turns and walks over to me with big round eyes. Please call me Jack.
Oh, look how cute Jack looks with the new haircut.
Mm-hmm. But Jackie, you're my sister. No, Susu, I'm your brother. I don't want a brother, I shout. I want my sister back. And we both start to cry.
Oh, they're both crying now.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of emotions.
Lots and lots of feelings.
Mm-hmm. It's okay to cry.
Is it?
Oh, yes. Crying lets out so many emotions and it helps you get over things quicker if you cry.
Oh, wow.
I hide in my tent. I'm hiccuping and my tummy hurts. But then I remember when Jackie was a tiny hiccuping baby and Mama let me hold her. I pick up some crayons and 2 pieces of paper. I draw a picture of Jackie. And when I'm done, I draw a picture of Jack.
There's Susu in the tent drawing pictures. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you need to take time alone to process things.
Yeah, it's good to take alone time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are the pictures. Jackie and Jack.
Mm-hmm. The same big round eyes, my sister and my brother. It's okay either way.
Yeah, it's the same person.
Yes. Doesn't matter if they're your sister or your brother.
Mm-mm.
And little by little, my heart starts to feel bubbly again.
Oh, look, Susu's coming around.
Mm-hmm. I open my tent flap and peek out, and I see big round eyes staring back at me.
Oh, it's Jack.
Mm-hmm. Jack, I whisper, let's be superbugs together. You can wear your cape and your tie.
Oh, look, they're so cute playing together now, and Jack looks so happy, and Susu looks so happy.
Mm-hmm. My brother Jack has the best giggle.
Oh, look, Jack looks like a superbug.
Superbug.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Is that the end, Zachy?
I think it is. Yes, that is the end. Oh my goodness. Cleo, get back over here.
Zachy, thank you so much. I love that book.
Me too. That was a splendid, splendid book.
It really was. And I am non-binary.
Are you?
Yes, my pronouns are they, them. So that book really resonated with me.
Yes, it resonated with me too, because I'm trans.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And my pronouns are he, him.
Oh, well, that's really good to know.
It is good to know. And now we're going to pass it back off to Captain, whose pronouns are
they, them.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That was such a great story. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for reading that and commenting on that. And I think it's really great to be able to have a supportive family and siblings that really can see who you are and support you. And if you're non-binary like me and Cleo, then you don't have to say sister or brother. You can use the word sibling, which is a really great way of including everybody too. So look out for the rest of your siblings. And this next thing I want to share with you, which is, again, back about dragons, because I am very excited to always share as many dragons as I can. This is a story that my sister and I would listen to when we were kids. So it's been around a long, long time. And like most stories about dragons and fantastical things, it can get a little bit scary. So I want to make sure that everybody's prepared to do some like dragon fighting with me. So if everybody can sort of like do a little stretch, make sure you're nice and warmed up all the way over. Make sure you're going to be nice and limber. and we are going to listen to a poem written by Lewis Carroll called The Jabberwocky. She's a really scary dragon. I know there's a lot of nice dragons out there, but this one was not one of them. You'll see what I mean in a second. "'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome raths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jube bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch." So he took his vorpal sword in hand. A long time the manxome foe he sought. Till rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. "Hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Oh, come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, Callooh, Calais," he chortled in his joy. "'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome raths outgrabe." That's what you can do after a poetry reading. Snap your fingers like that. They used to use it in underground poet societies where they had to be very, very quiet, so they couldn't clap, and they would snap. So we can all snap after that nice little poem. Now, that's a pretty scary poem, but it also has a lot of really strange words in it. And the thing that Lewis Carroll did when they were writing that poem was basically just made up a bunch of words, which is pretty cool because we are all able to evolve language by making up different words. So, for example, my sister just had a baby, but I don't want to be an aunt and I don't want to be an uncle. And there isn't really a word for a non-binary person who is going to be spending their time with their sibling's child. So I got to invent a word. And so I am a proud nonny, which is a pretty cool word. Nonny. And that's sort of like a non-binary aunt or a non-binary uncle, somewhere in the middle, which is kind of cool. And I love seeing words like that. So if you ever have any ideas for changing words and being able to evolve our language to be more inclusive, then that's a great thing to be able to do. So, Zachy, do you have another story for us to be able to tell?
Do we?
We do. We do have another story.
Oh, good. Yeah, we do.
Well, I would love to hear that. So I am going to pass the screen back over to you for a bit.
Yay.
Zachy, what do we have next?
Well, next we have a story and it's about a wedding.
A wedding? I love weddings.
Me too.
Let's see what it is.
Okay. But I need you to go over.
Go over there?
Mm-hmm.
Again?
Again.
You get nervous?
I get nervous, yeah.
Okay. I'll go over there then. Okay.
Okay. So I am very excited for this story. It is about a wedding.
I love weddings.
I know you do. You just told us that.
And I'm going to say it again because I love them so much.
Okay. Well, it's a very shiny book. This book is called Mom and Mum Are Getting Married.
Wow, so much alliteration.
Do you want to explain what alliteration is?
Can you do it?
Alliteration is when there's the same letter of words in the same sentence. So mom, mum, married. They all start with the letter M.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yellow.
Just like my hands.
Your hands are yellow. That's true. Mom and Mum Are Getting Married.
You already said that.
I'm saying it again. Okay. Are you ready, Cleo?
Mm-hmm.
Are you all ready? All right. You should have seen her. Mom was dancing around the living room in the afternoon on a school day.
On a school day.
Nobody else was with her. There wasn't any music, but she wore the biggest smile I ever saw.
I wonder what happened.
What are you doing? Mom picked me up and started dancing again. Rosie, I'm so happy. I'm almost as happy as the day you were born. That was my best, perfect day. Is another baby coming? I asked. No, Mom. No, Mom and I are getting married.
Oh, that's why the nun is so happy, because she's getting married. Look how beautiful these colors are. Look at these pictures. So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Come on, Zachy, turn the page.
I'm trying, okay? It's hard.
Okay, that's okay. You take your time.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Married like a wedding? How come? Why can't we stay the way we are? I like us like this. We really want to celebrate how happy we are together, and we want everyone we love to celebrate with us.
Because celebrating is fun.
It is fun. Well, okay, I guess. Then I remembered. Hey, Mom, Jessica was a bridesmaid at her dad's wedding. Can I be a bridesmaid? Can we have tons of flowers and a great big cake?
I love cake.
I know you love cake. No, honey, we just want a small wedding. Not even one little eensy-weensy bridesmaid. What was wrong with bridesmaids anyway? Rats. Hey, maybe I could be a flower girl. I started practicing walking down the aisle, scattering flower petals. I would be perfect.
Yeah, because the wedding is about the little girl, right?
Well, no, the wedding is about the two moms, but it's okay to be excited about your parents getting married. You know, that's a fun time.
Yeah.
Mom brought Jack home from preschool and invited Nana and Pop for supper.
Is this the same Jack from the other book?
No, this is a different Jack. I guess there's two Jacks in the universe.
Okay.
Mom brought Jack home from preschool and invited Nana and Pop for supper. Nana hugged Mom. She hugged me too. Then she tried to pick up Jack. Oof! And put him down again. This is so exciting. I'll have to get a new dress. And Nana, wait a minute, said Mom. This isn't going to be a splashy wedding, just a simple one.
They won't even let their daughter be a bridesmaid or a flower girl.
Do simple weddings have flower girls? I wondered. We talked about weddings while we ate supper. Nana told everyone how Pop sneezed all through their wedding ceremony.
Like achoo!
Yeah. Did you just sneeze? Bless you.
Thank you.
Did you have a flower girl? I asked. No, dear, she replied.
Oh, there's a whole family coming in the front door. Wow.
Pop was full of questions. Who will we invite? Where will we have it? Should we get a stop? Mom said. Mom said it so loud she looked surprised. Then she blushed.
Why is she speaking so loudly?
Let's find out. We want a simple wedding, Pop. Just a Saturday party at the cottage. No fuss, nothing formal.
They just want something very small.
Things were not looking good. It was my time to tell a joke.
I guess that she uses humor as a defense mechanism.
I guess, and that's what people do sometimes. Things were not looking good. It was time to tell my joke. Why did the flower girl ride her bike to the wedding? Everybody looked puzzled.
I'm puzzled too.
Because they needed lots of petals. Get it? Petals. Petals, petals, petals.
Oh, I get it, like flower petals and then petals on a bike. Ha ha.
Exactly. No one laughed except Jack, but everybody smiled.
Sometimes a joke isn't like laugh out loud funny, but it makes you smile.
Exactly.
I did laugh out loud.
You did. You laughed pretty loudly. Mom's smile was sort of sad. Guess that meant no flower girl.
Oh no, no flower girl. Is that a napkin on the ground?
That does look like a napkin.
Someone gotta pick that up.
Then I had an idea. Are you going to have rings? Someone always carries the rings. Jack and I can do that. Jack's too little, said Mom. We'll practice, I promise. Mom looked doubtful. We'll practice and practice and practice.
Why does Mom not want her kids to be part of the wedding?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. You really want to, don't you? Said Mom. Mom smiled. Well, maybe you're carrying the rings. You could scatter a few petals too. But no bikes, okay? I pretended I wasn't sure and said, let me think about it. And then I shouted, yes.
Oh, so they're gonna let her be a flower girl, but they won't let her do it on a bicycle.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got new shoes and a beautiful dress. Jack got a t-shirt with a suit painted on the front. Nana said she'd make lunch and Pop would make his super double chocolate with extra thick icing and flowers cake.
That sounds delicious.
It does. We went to the cottage on Friday. I made Jack practice scattering petals.
Petals, not petals.
That's what I said. Jack practiced scattering petals and carrying rings made of grass. But Jack only wanted to pick the scab on his knee.
Ew.
Come on, Jack, one more time. He ran off to the tree swing instead.
Jack doesn't care.
What did you do with the ring, Jack? He pointed to where he'd been sitting. I'd never find it in all that grass. Maybe he was too little.
Uh-oh, Jack lost the ring in the grass? That was his one job.
I know. On Saturday, everyone got up early, but I was already awake, worrying. What if Jack dropped the real ring?
Oh, Jack didn't drop the real ring. It was a fake ring.
Yeah, maybe they let Jack practice with a fake ring.
Okay.
Mom was finishing fixing my hair when people started arriving. First came Uncle Martin, then Auntie Wendy and Uncle Jerry with Maddie, Julian and Emily. Meemaw drove up in her old pink convertible.
That sounded really beautiful. Pink convertible? Wow.
Wow, indeed. Soon there were lots of guests.
Lots of names to remember. Zachy, do I have to remember all of their names?
No. You don't have to remember these names.
Okay.
Uncle Peter came with Mike. They own a flower shop and brought tons of flowers. Don't you look pretty, Uncle Peter told me. I brought special petal baskets. He took a flower out of the basket and put it in my hair. Now you're perfect.
Oh, look, yeah. Yeah, getting the hair done. Very nice.
Mom looked beautiful but worried. Honey, I know we said you two could carry the rings, but I'm afraid Jack is going to lose his. Maybe Mom and I should carry them ourselves.
Oh, she was so close.
Okay, I said, even though I really wanted to carry one myself. Mom and Mom each took a ring and tucked it away carefully. But a few minutes later, Mom asked me, "Did you give me the ring?" Yes. Are you sure? Yup. Mom added, "She did." Oh no, where did I put it?
Oh no, the mom lost the ring after she was so worried about the kid losing it.
Mom was definitely getting upset. It's in your little pocket, Mom. She tried the wrong pocket. No, the other one, I said, pointing. Oh, honey, I'm so nervous I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm just afraid I'm going to lose it.
Clearly.
I have an idea. Give me the rings, I said. Uncle Peter and I need your help. Uncle Peter, I need your help.
Yeah, Zachy, there was a comma.
Sorry. I whispered my plan in my uncle's ear. Mum and Mom looked confused. We'll be right back, Uncle Peter shouted as we ran off with the rings.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. But yeah, the mom looks so worried, and there's the uncle. In no time, Uncle Peter and I had done it. Jack and I each had a basket filled with petals, and in each basket there was a perfectly wrapped little present tied to the handle with a bow.
Oh, they tied it to the handle so that they wouldn't get lost.
Yes. Mom and Mom smiled. Jack would never lose a present, I said, and neither would I.
You don't lose presents.
You are one smart girl. Mom didn't look worried anymore. Hey, said Mom, let's get married. Start scattering those petals. Jack got so excited he began to throw them in the air. Everyone laughed. So I threw petals into the air too.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
Then Jack and I gave Mum and Mom our baskets. They unwrapped their rings and put them on each other's finger. Then they kissed.
Ew.
No, it's okay for people to kiss at their weddings.
I know, I'm just too little.
Yes, you are far too little. But that's very cute. Look how happy this family is.
So happy. And they're married. That's so cute.
Pop shouted, congratulations! Mike shouted, hurrah! And the guests all clapped. Uncle Peter handed me a bubble wand.
Oh!
Everyone else had wands too, but I got to blow the first bubbles. Soon there were bubbles everywhere.
It's a thoughtful party!
That's so much fun. Then Mom and Mom carried Jack and me through the bubbles to lunch. Everyone ate Nana's wonderful lunch and Pop's special cake. A perfect day, said Mom. The best, said Mom.
Oh, that looks like such a fun party. Look at all the bubbles.
So many bubbles. After lunch, Mom and Jack and me skipped over to our car. Mike had it covered with blossoms.
Is that like flowers?
Uncle Peter said, you can never have too many flowers. Or flower girls, I shouted, and jumped into the back seat.
Wow, look at the car. It's so decorated. That looks like a really nice car with all the flowers on it.
It does.
Is that the end?
That's the end. Get back over here.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. That was a good book.
It was a good book.
I like weddings even more.
Me too. And I think it's time that we give the screen back to Captain.
Oh, it's that time again?
It is that time again. All right.
What happened?
I don't know, but the screen went blank and I don't know what happened, but it was a little scary.
It was a little scary.
Wow. Well, what do we have coming up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if anyone here has been to our show, but it happens on Glad Day TV.
It does.
Zachy, tell everyone where all the books came from.
Oh, yes. If you like the books that we read today, that Cleo and I read today, we got them from Glad Day Bookshop.
And they're selling books again.
They are selling books again. You can visit them on the street. They have a whole window display, and they have tons of LGBTQ plus books for people to read. And it's great.
These were great books. And thank you so much to CESAR for having us here today.
Yes, thank you so much. This has been such a lovely, lovely time. But we're just gonna keep rolling until Captain finds their way back. Maybe they lost their way. Yeah. Treasure maps and all.
Treasure maps and all.
Yeah. Maybe someone from Ryerson will tell us what is going on right now.
Hi there. Thanks, Zachy. Great job. I think Captain Kit may have. Oh, wait, we have Captain Kit back, so we're going right to Captain Kit. Thanks.
am so sorry. It happens. I'm out in the country, and my country Wi-Fi has a little bit of problems sometimes. But I'm really glad to be back. I'm glad it all worked out. And I'd like to share one more dragon story on drag, on our drag storytelling today. And this one again is like really, really well known. If you want to sing along, I'd love for that to happen. And it's also a little bit sad, so I'm going to probably talk about it a little bit at the end. But I'm a big fan of singing and playing music together. So I wanted to bring you this story about a very magical dragon named Puff. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mists in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and all that fancy stuff. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail, and Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came, and pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out their names. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mists in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mists in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that mighty dragon, was to cease their fearless roar. With head bent low in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without a lifelong friend, you see, a dragon can't be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, went and slipped into a cave. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Yeah, and that is a very sad song, but it is about being able to share something magical, especially when you're young. And it's not actually something that you have to grow out of. So if you know of a dragon that's somewhere maybe sitting a little sadly in their cave, might need a bit of a lifelong friend, then I'm sure that you are able to befriend them. I myself have a very lovely dragon friend here today, and their name is just Love. So I am going to look after my dragon friend, and I hope you can look after your dragon friend too.
Okay, thank you so much, Zachy and Captain. That was so much fun. And thank you, Cleo, as well. That was such a nice time singing together and reading storybooks. Oh, hi, Cleo.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks, Cleo. So we want to thank Zachy Lime and Captain Kit, and you can see them at their drag brunch when it resumes after quarantine lifts, and that will be at Glad Day Books. And you can connect with Zachy Lime by searching Key Lime King TO on Instagram, and connect with Captain Kit on Instagram by searching QPT_Kit. And thanks so much to all of our Caesar staff and our collaborators, the Ryerson Students Union, the Trans Collective, and Ryerson Pride. We really appreciate it. And before you go, I wanted to let you know that Caesar is also hosting a panel to discuss Canada Blood Services' discriminatory blood ban that prevents gay and trans blood donors from donating blood, even during the COVID epidemic, when donations are especially necessary. Our panelists are human rights activists, LGBTQ2S+ community leaders, and advocates for equitable health policies. So join us on Thursday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And to take action now, you can sign the petition in the chat box and in the event description. So that's all for now, folks. Have a good nap time and a great rest of your day. Happy Pride, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.